Welcome to the spring training game telecast presented by DirecTV. We're at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona for Angels and Dodgers. This might look a little weird to you right now. It's two of the best to ever do it, yes. 5 MVPs between the two of them, yes. But that reminder that they were teammates not that long ago. Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout.
Yeah, that's got to be so weird for both of them, right? Just seeing each other and having to go against each other. Remember the last time we saw them go against each other was in the WBC. Some real fireworks. So I thought that was pretty cool, but we're going to get to see that on a regular basis now.
Yeah, those are the best. It's almost too anticipatory that we have to wait for Shohei to fully return to pitching form, but good to see them across the way from each other. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the Angels lineup. Of course, again, no Shohei Ohtani, but it's good to see Aaron Hicks. He's playing right outside of his backyard in the leadoff spot. Nolan Schanuel, top prospect, Mike Trout. Taylor Ward, second baseman, Brandon Drury. Logan O'Hoppe is the DH this evening. Miguel Sano, Matt Thaiss, and Zach Neto rounding things out for the Angels behind Ron Washington, his first year at the helm for the Halos. Meanwhile, for Dave Roberts, a little break dancing yesterday gets the lineup done, though. Mookie Betts staying in the leadoff spot. We just mentioned him. He moves rosters. Shohei Ohtani batting second. Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez cleans things up. Third baseman Max Muncy batting in the middle. Jason Hayward, Kike Hernandez, Miguel Rojas, and Chris Oakey rounding things out for the Dodgers this evening. So some familiar faces on both sides of this. We'll see, though, if that friendly rivalry holds up to all of the hype. Coming up next, Dodgers and Angels. Don't miss a pitch.
All these games on DirecTV and no satellite on the roof. Think about this. Blue Jays, Cardinals, Orioles. What's missing?
The Andean condor?
No, walnut brain. Pigeons. They'd rather name a team after socks.
To be fair, we're not very athletic.
This is your invitation to experience the elevation of electrification and some of the best offers of the year on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't spy on your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse like Chrome, but it blocks cookies and creepy ads that follow you around from Google and other companies. And there's no catch. It's free. We make money from ads, but they don't follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
No freezers? How unusual is this for a restaurant?
I think that that's unusual because a lot of restaurants have freezers, but we don't have freezers. We have fresh food every single day.
How fresh is fresh?
It's real food that's coming to our tables. That's what sets us apart.
Wow.
As we get you ready in Glendale, Arizona, the Dodgers and Angels getting ready to face off with each other, and we love the story that writes itself. You just got to look a moment ago, of course, for Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout facing off with each other, but we get a look, too, at the young Miller here as Bobby will take on Chase Silseth. This is what you're looking to see, a little bit of a bounce back for these two rotations, not necessarily with a lot of question marks on them. They've got a lot of guys to contribute, but you do want to see Miller ultimately take that next step forward, try to avoid a little bit of a slump.
Absolutely. Bobby Miller has electric stuff, and I'm interested to see how he continues to build off of last season. He'll be called upon to be a big part of this rotation that got stronger this offseason, too. So be interested to see how he bounces into 2024. Chase Silseth, the same thing for him. He's got to continue to find ways to get better in that rotation for the Angels.
Well, let's go ahead and get you out to Glendale, Arizona. Angels and Dodgers is our spring training game telecast presented by DirecTV.
DH tonight, Miguel Sano, Matt Thaiss, and Zach Neto. Bobby Miller's first pitch to Aaron Hicks is pulled foul. We're playing ball tonight. Next to Rick Monday, I'm Stephen Elson. Kirsten Watson down on the field. Here for the second game for the Dodgers against the Angels in the Cactus League slate. The first one that will feature that man, Shohei Ohtani. Miller quickly ahead 0-2.
Yeah, and it didn't take long either for the changeup. And again, mentioned the pregame show, the changeup, just a 133 batting average against. And this is the guy that throws 100 miles an hour.
This is down for ball one.
Kirsten was alluding to the fact is that, look, the off-speed pitches too. I mean, the curveball, just a 184 average against. So, yeah, equipped with a fastball, but the other stuff, very good as well.
A 1-2 pitch fouled straight back by Aaron Hicks in a new uniform for the Southern California native, Wilson High product in Long Beach. He's having a hot start to his first spring in an Angel uniform. Miller readies with his 1-2. Freezes Hicks for strike 3.
Oh, hello. So we mentioned the curveball, a 184 average against. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, tonight, second pitch, the changeup, and then the big curveball. Adios.
Now a pair of first-round picks will battle. Nolan Shanuel, the young first baseman. Gives him strike 1. Here's the 0-1.
Shanuel, just 22 years of age and batting in front of the big guy, Mike Trout. So they're hoping three-time American League MVP can be healthy.
Big swing, big miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Shanuel for Bobby Miller.
Oh, the Angels with a new look also, Stephen, and that's in the dugout with Ron Washington, the manager, and he's already delivered a lot of different things. And first of all, he says, look, we need to be aggressive on the bases. And they've had 16 stolen bases in the first 10 games.
Little chopper. Bobby goes up to get it and throws it to Freddie Freeman for the second out of the first.
So they're talking about being able to have, look.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
This is the 8th game of the spring for Trout. Pitch from Miller. First pitch grounded it through the right side. A 2-out single for Trout and the Angels.
Well, for Trout, talking about healthy, played just 82 games last year. Fractured the wrist early July. But in his career, I mean, 368 career home runs already.
It was that hamate bone and came back, but then just wasn't right. And he said in the aftermath that you think he rushed it back, was trying to come back and help the team. Probably in the back of his mind as Miller delivers a strike to Taylor Ward.
There's another good curveball.
Thinking this is probably the last run down the stretch with Shohei Ohtani, but Trout was not right. Hopes to be in 2024. Miller's 0-1. Bobby Miller appears to be on in the early goings this evening. 0-2.
Yeah, reverse splits last year is that right-handers actually hit a little bit higher than lefties. Lefties just 202, right-handers 252.
The 0-2 with Trout on first. Ward checks up. The appeal down to first. He did not go, says the crew chief Dan Bellino.
Another thing that Washington mentioned too is that, look, we have the opportunity to use bunt as a weapon. So they have been more active on the bases. They have been more active in saying, hey, look, if the defense is back, they're giving us the opportunity to lay down a bunt for a hit.
And slashed in foul territory down the right field line by Ward. Count stays 1-2. For Bobby Miller, top 3 in the big leagues last year among rookies in ERA, strikeout to walk ratio and average against. Also led the Dodgers in innings pitched per start. 1-2 chop to the left side. That's an easy play for Miguel Rojas, who steps on second to retire Trout and end the top of the first inning. And now the vaunted top of the Dodger order will come to work after this break.
This spring training telecast on MLB Network is presented by DirecTV. All your entertainment, nothing on your roof. Now stream DirecTV satellite free.
Hey, you seeing this?
Wait, where's the dish?
There ain't one.
You're telling me you can get DirecTV, the good stuff, and you don't need a satellite dish? Oh, I used to love doing my business on those things.
You're one sick pigeon. Them dishes kept the rain off our beaks.
We just have different priorities is all.
Satellite-free DirecTV. Never thought I'd see the day.
Well, our lifespans are quite short.
Stream DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I'm gonna do this thing with my neck just for a bit.
Need to get your car protected and looking great for the harsh winter season? Cerakote's best-selling line of automotive care products can transform your vehicles quickly, easily, and affordably. Our #1 selling headlight kit restores cloudy headlights back to like new and keeps them that way, guaranteed. Restore that faded trim in just one wipe with our easy-to-apply trim coat kit. Achieve unsurpassed gloss, shine, and slickness with our rapid ceramic paint sealing. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Nina's got a lot of ideas for the future. And since anyone can create a free plan at Fidelity, Nina has a plan based on what matters most to her. And she can simply focus on right now. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
MLB Tonight's spring training coverage after the game on MLB Network.
The Dodgers starting lineup driven to you by your Lexus dealers. Mookie Betts at second base, Shohei Ohtani at the designated hitter spot, Freddie Freeman at first. Good luck. Teoscar Hernandez cleaning up in left, Max Muncy at the hot corner, Jason Hayward in right, Kike Hernandez patrolling center field. Saw Miguel Rojas doing work at short, and Chris Oakey behind the plate catching after Austin Barnes was a late scratch. Chase Silseth is the challenge for the Dodgers this evening, Mo.
Well, a big right-hander, and one of the things that he wants to do is stay healthy as well. Mentioned the pregame show, he took a line drive. Well, it was actually a throw, but it was still on a line drive. Hit him in the head. He was out with concussion.
It's 0-1 to Mookie Betts. In on the hands, count levels up. Betts, the first of the Dodgers MVP triumvirate, kicking off the order, which was off on Monday, Mo, but was on Sunday.
Might be a little difficult right now, too, Stephen. The lights have really not taken full effect yet. So you're right in that in-between. It looks much brighter on the television screen than what it is with the naked eye right now.
All two tails away. 2-2 count. Well corralled by Matt Theis behind the plate. But Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman 7 for 9 combined against the Rockies on Sunday. 2 extra base hits, 5 runs scored, 4 RBIs. The 2-2 pitch inside, and we're full.
Something the Dodgers have been able to do so far in spring. They've seen a lot of pitches individually, trying to work counts. That was what they were so good at doing. You look at the last number of years. It's been the theme song for the hitters.
On 3-2, Betts fouls it into the net.
For Mookie Betts, all he was able to do last year, he hit 300 against lefties. He hit 309 against right-handers. Okay, pick your poison. If you're the other team, who are you going to bring in to face him? Game on the line.
Another payoff from Silseth. Betts turns on it. It hooks foul.
You look at this Dodger lineup with Betts, Ohtani, and then Freeman. If you're batting in the 4 or 5, even the 6th spot in Dave Roberts' lineup, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to bat with runners on base.
The 8th pitch to Betts. Skied foul.
Like we mentioned before, that if you look at Will Smith and Max Muncy, pretty good 1-2 punch. Those two players had more bats with runners in scoring position last year than any other hitters in Major League Baseball. The most.
No Will Smith tonight. It's Teoscar Hernandez in the cleanup spot. That jams Mookie Betts. He muscles it out into left field. It drops in front of Taylor Ward. And Mookie's aboard with a leadoff knock. The welcome for Shohei Ohtani at Camelback Ranch. There is a smattering of red in the stands, to be sure. And I'm sure that those folks are feeling a little weird right now. Rick Monday. Pickoff attempt on Betts hit Mookie. It skipped away, and Betts in some discomfort.
Well, did the ball hit him, or was he stepped on? No, the ball hit him.
Definitely. Oh, yep.
And that was not an easy toss over to first base either. That was full-blown fastball right in the rib cage, or hand, or both.
Silseth's first pitch to Ohtani misses high and wide. The Bet's now in scoring position for the former Angel.
One thing you notice already about Shohei Ohtani, when he comes to home plate, nobody leaves their seat to go to the concession stand.
That's a wise
nobody.
Move. Wise move. Big cut. Strike one for Ohtani, who has reached base safely in 7 consecutive plate appearances. 5 hits, a pair of walks. Yeah, content.
He went 0 for 2, then hit the home run. Since the 0 for 2, he's 5 for 5 with a home run, a triple, 2 walks, and 5 ribbies.
So Seth lost the 1-1 pitch to fall behind Ohtani in the count. 6 years in Angel Red for Shohei. And pregame, he spent a lot of time on the right side of the field, the visitor side, catching up with old teammates, former coaches, including that man Mike Trout. He was getting some grief from the athletic training staff as well. Hey, Show, you want to do your pregame work, or you gonna hang out on this side? He laughed it off, of course. 2 balls and a strike to count. Ohtani up, nobody out in the bottom of the first of a scoreless game. That's with a comfortable lead. Ohtani takes a good pitch from Silseth. It's called
a couple
ball
days
3.
ago, we really looked at Ohtani. You know, when he first came up, he had the leg kick, and the timing was off. Well, now the stride is about 6 inches. He rolls up on the right toe, and it's like a weight transfer.
3-1 was loud but foul.
So 2018, when he first came up, on the left side of the screen of the simulcast on the television side, a little bit of a leg kick. Now, nope, that foot gets about 3 inches off the ground. Short stride, pivot on the toe, transfer the weight.
Silseth strikes out Ohtani swinging. A nasty offering from the young righty.
Looking at some numbers, teams had better success in working the fastball in on the hands of Ohtani. The problem with that is if you miss inside, look out. You hear a loud thump of the ball being hit by the bat.
1 out. No reprieve for Silseth, or any pitcher for that matter, because Freddie Freeman steps in and watches the ball. Freddie with Mookie on second. Of course, a reminder, he was good in all situations, Mo, last year, but especially so with runners in scoring position and a .370 batting average.
Especially so first pitch. Silseth may have done himself a favor not throwing a strike first pitch.
1-0 is hit hard to the right side, snared by Drury at second, retires Freeman. Betts advances to third.
And the reason I say that, Freddie Freeman last year on the first pitch, the highest batting average of any hitter in baseball. Would you believe? .527. Why would you throw him a strike first pitch? Hope they do.
You know, it's like unanimously agreed upon, Mo, that hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do. But if you just watch Freddie Freeman, you would disagree with that.
The good ones make it look easy. That's like when you look at a baseball game. Everybody thinks they can play it. Can't play it at this level. Oh, it looks easy. It's not.
Teoscar Hernandez quickly behind 0-1. Now the count levels out.
That's why sometimes around the league you'll see an official scoring play where they'll say, well, it was an error. And my retort has been many times in many of the official scores, well, you get a glove and go try and make that play.
1-1 pitch from Silseth in the dirt, blocked by Theis.
So the Dodgers last year overall, and now they got the addition of Hernandez, 2 Hernandez for that matter, and Ohtani. Well, they were 7th in hitting in baseball. They were 2nd in runs, and then to support it, they were in the top half in ERA.
Got Hernandez on the backside, so he'll take first base with 2 out.
Time Time for a DirecTV update out in Clearwater. Jackson Holiday already doubled off of Zach Wheeler in the game, so he comes back in for the top of the third. More extra bases, a triple this time. The kid going 3 for 4, a stolen base, a run scored on the day. Not too bad.
One runner hit.
And his strikeout was of Shohei Ohtani. So go figure. Baseball for Chase Silseth.
Well, hitting is a reaction to an action. The pitcher can throw it when he wants to. Oh, yes, there's a clock ticking now. He can throw what he wants, where he wants. And then you have, as a hitter, a plate that's 17 inches wide. And where is the strike zone?
A strike foul back from Muncy. Count 1-1.
So you put all that together. The pitcher can throw the ball, the hitter. If you wonder how much time a hitter has to discern if it's a fastball, curveball, changeup, if it's a high, low, it's a strike, and then swing a bat that weighs 2 pounds, put your car keys out about belt buckle high and drop them to the ground. That's the amount of time, and it's a short period of time that hitter has to put all that input in there and then swing the bat and make contact and then hope that somebody with a glove does not catch it.
I was trying to process the time it would take to pull off your experiment, and the fastball was behind me 3 seconds ago. You know,
it's unbelievable.
Three balls, one strike.
It's like the old line, Steve, when they say you take a round bat, a round ball, and hit it square.
You alluded to it earlier, Mo. The opportunities that figured to be there throughout the season for the middle of this Dodger order, whoever is in the 4, 5, and 6 spots. Today it's Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy, and Jason Hayward. And Max, he did well eating the stakes last year. Puts a fly ball in the air to center field. Well read by Mike Trout. So 2 left on for the Dodgers. 1 in the books at Camelback Ranch. A scoreless ball game.
Emergency crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Emergency crystals.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this.
Loan Falcon!
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to OnDeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
This is a story about the one. The untrained eye may not see the one as extraordinary, but her goals aren't easy. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. She is extraordinary. Because for the one, maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need plus 1 million more. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the 3rd health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I'm finally feeling control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
A constellation of rising stars gets to face off in the MLB Spring Breakout Series, and we'll unveil which players will go head-to-head in the Spring Breakout Roster Reveal Show, Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Whether you're watching on Sportsnet LA or listening on AM 570, we welcome you back for inning number 2 at Camelback Ranch. Bobby Miller's still on the bump for the Dodgers. Rick Monday and Kirsten Watson. I'm Steven Nelson. And outside, the 1-out base hit to Mike Trout in the first. No issues for Bobby Miller. But looking back at his 2023, Mo, I mean, you look at the body of work for the rookie staff for the Dodgers. It wasn't just impressive, it was necessary for the team.
Yeah, when he came up, he added a whole new dimension to the Dodger starting rotation and did not walk many batters either. In fact, in the first inning in tonight's game, he threw first pitch strike to all 4 batters. In fact, he made 15 pitches in the opening frame. Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, looking on. Eric Karras is also there on the railing. So 15 pitches first inning, 13 for strikes. And there's the changeup again that we talked about in the pregame. Only a 133 average against the changeup for Bobby Miller. So a guy that throws 99 average last year. The changeup was a big pitch for him.
I don't know why EK is covering his mustache down in the dugout. He should let the whole world see. The 2-2 pitch from Miller. Bouncer over his head. Betts at second. Calmly makes the play.
Probably a simple reason. The stash is...
All these games on DirecTV and no satellite on the roof. Think about this. Blue Jays, Cardinals, Orioles. What's missing?
The Andean condor?
No, walnut brain. Pigeons. They'd rather name a team after socks.
To be fair, we're not very athletic.
Screenshot that, please. Thank you. One down. Logan O'Hoppe takes strike one. A special moment. We were talking with EK about that today. You know, he was a little embarrassed about how he handled what was supposed to be a pregame warm embrace. He was walking away. I was trying to give him a hug, like, "Hey, Dad." Could have been like a have a catch type moment.
I guarantee you, he's much more relaxed right now than when his son was in the game.
Totally.
Which is normal for a parent.
The 0-2 foul back by O'Hoppe. Here it was. Yeah, hug.
Yeah, where are you going, Pop?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, what do you got to do in the dugout, EK? Another 0-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Zoki.
Dodgers starting pitching, by the way, is so far in spring. 4 earned runs in now 24, make that now 25 innings. Yes, only spring training. However,
those numbers sounded good.
It's a heck of a lot better than you say, well, our pitching staff has an ERA of 7.5, but it's early in spring training. That's the other side. That's the flip side of the coin. Dodgers like the coin flip that they're on right now.
On 2-2. Okay, it called ball 3 for those on the radio.
Spring training, not just for the players.
That's Brian Walsh behind home plate. Dan Bellino at first, mentioned him, the crew chief. Malachi Moore at second, and David Arrieta at third.
Maybe down a little bit.
Now 3-2 check swing chopper. Rojas at short. Left side of second base. 2 away.
For position players, you don't need spring training as long as the pitchers do to try and get arms in shape, build up the stamina, the strength. Position players can probably do it, well, maybe in half the time.
With 2 out, Miguel Sano.
But spring training has really changed over the years. It used to be to go to spring training to get into shape. Now it's there. You come into camp basically to refine your skills.
Sano, ground ball. Mookie on the backhand, just beyond the dirt. Throws to Freddie in time to get Sano. It's a 1-2-3 second for Bobby Miller.
Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now before these deals are gone. Get 0% APR or up to $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. But hurry, these offers end soon.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time with solutions that don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
So, we learned about Spectrum's advanced Wi-Fi. We talked about Spectrum Internet, state-of-the-art security features. But today, you're going to learn something different because our guest is a legend. He's literally shaped the way we think about the internet. Stephen, the floor is yours.
Thank you. We know that Spectrum delivers the most reliable internet speeds.
Woo! The most reliable internet speeds. You're not going to find that in a book.
I wrote a book about it.
You don't need to read it because you just heard it.
Want the most reliable internet speeds? You want Spectrum One.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't spy on your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse like Chrome, but it blocks cookies and creepy ads that follow you around from Google and other companies. And there's no catch. It's free. We make money from ads, but they don't follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today.
Suit up this season at MLBShop.com. Check out the largest selection of official jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and oh so much more. Gear up with your Dodgers at MLBShop.com. All right, so I butchered the word unanimously, but I nailed the first promo read of spring training. Back for the bottom of the second, Jason Hayward leading off for the Dodgers. Dodgers and Angels at Camelback Ranch. Hayward behind Chase Silseth, 0-1. Ball one misses outside. Last year, tremendous bounce back for Jay Hay, 15 home runs in his first year at the Dodgers, matching his total previous 3 years combined. Ball two from Silseth. Mo, and so much was made, particularly at the beginning of last year, about the swing changes Jason Hayward made with the hitting crew here at the Dodgers, and he sort of gave himself up to the organization. This year, the mind is much more clear. I was talking to Jay Hay about his preparation as he puts a fly ball into the seats down the left field line. And he said his focus isn't so much about adjustments, it's just more about getting on time.
Yeah, and most hitters would tell you, Yogi would tell you a long time ago, you can't think and hit at the same time. And by that, you cannot crowd your mind with worrying about, well, my knee, my hips, do I have my shoulders closed? You change the swing and what you want to do. It's like a pitcher maybe changing their delivery a little bit more. You do it so much that you don't have to think about it. So when you can reduce the thought process and go with what now feels natural, now you can open the door and go after it.
On 3-2, Silseth delivers, and Hayward pulls a base hit into right field.
And he opened the door and went after it. Really kick-started his career again. Jason Hayward is so strong to begin with, and you don't realize how massive he is. He's 6'5", and there's not an ounce of fat on him anywhere.
Adonis. So leadoff man aboard for Kike Hernandez. Rousing ovation at Camelback Ranch for Kike. He takes a big cut and misses on strike one.
Dodgers have really had the reputation the last number of years of having players that can play different positions. Not just play the positions and put them out there, but play the positions well.
That's a fair reaction for Kike Hernandez, those watching on television.
And a fair reaction when you have a breaking ball that goes that far outside, too.
It was well outside, called strike two, so nothing in two. A tough count for Kike to try and get some spring training work in, but he'll do his level best. And hits one right back at Silseth. Unfortunately, Jury was right there. He steps on second for one and goes on to first for a double play.
That shows as a double play, but from a hitter's standpoint, first of all, you're behind 0-2. You figure it should have been 1-1, but it wasn't. But you hit the ball hard. You'll get to hang with him when it comes back into the dugout. But from a hitter's standpoint, you do what you need to do. So just keep swinging. Stay right on the ball.
So bases empty situation for Miguel Rojas with 2 out in the second. First pitch swinging, popped up, drifting toward the net and over it. Seen some nice plays from the fans here at Camelback Ranch tonight.
You notice a lot of Ohtani jerseys?
Just
already.
a couple.
Yeah, just a couple. Yeah. In the Dodger uniforms, most of them.
But there's no doubt there are still a lot of 17 in red and white.
And for good reason.
Yeah. 6 history-making years in an Angel uniform for Shohei Ohtani. And he struck out his first time up. And the Dodgers still first time through the order. All 1 down and in, 1-2.
You know, Ohtani, a big deal with the number 17. Well, for Rojas, the 11 is rather significant because of the inside of his left forearm, it's tattooed number 11.
Now Rojas to his counterpart. Zach Neto, a young shortstop that the Angels organization understandably thinks highly of, goes up to make the play.
Did you know you waste 200 hours a year hand washing dishes? Switch to your dishwasher in Cascade Platinum Plus. All you have to do is scrape, load, and you're done. Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish differently.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, I've been telling everyone.
Liberty. Liberty. How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
I was looking to get a new truck, so I raised my credit scores with Experian Boost. Now, Experian Boost is even better because my monthly insurance payments could help me build credit instantly, free.
More ways to build credit. Download the Experian app.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Choose the VPN recommended by Forbes Advisor. Get the deal now. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Cracked windshield? Schedule with SafeLight, and we'll come to you to fix it. This customer was enjoying her morning walk. We texted her when we were on our way. She could track us and see exactly when we'd arrive.
I have a few more minutes. Let's go.
We came to her with service that fit her schedule.
You must be Pascal.
Nice to meet you. We got right to work with a replacement she could trust. We're all set.
Wow, that looks great.
Schedule now at safelight.com.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Toward the end of twilight at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona, the Dodgers and Angels dividing friendships and households, but bringing us together on Sportsnet LA and AM 570. And the first pitch of the third inning into right field, a knock for Matt Thaiss. That snaps a streak of 4 in a row retired for Bobby Miller in his scheduled 3 innings of work.
And that's the first ball hit into the air. They had 6 balls put into play, and all 6 were ground balls until this one. That was the curveball, but that one had a little bit too much hang time.
A runner on for Zach Neto, shortstop, number 9 hitter this evening. Saw him make a play in the second inning. Yesterday made some noise with the bat, hit a 2-run homer for the Angels against Texas. It came in the 5th inning, but it proved to be the game winner. And a 3-2 win for the Angels. Two balls, no strikes. Neto just 22 years old. He's 23, just turned 23 at the end of January. It's the 13th overall pick in the 2022 draft. All 3 inside, nearly got his jersey. Product of Campbell University. And the latest in a line of youngsters that have been thrown to the big league fire by the Angel organization. On 3-0, Miller fires and gets a ground ball to short. Rojas to Betts. Betts to Freeman. Can't quite dig it out.
Looked like Mookie maybe rushed the throw a little bit on top of it. One of the nice things, you talk about Rojas, how he positions his feet to get in front of the ball, and then gave a perfect feed to Betts, but you can see Betts, he had lost his balance. It was falling towards right field as he was making the throw to first base.
So instead of 2 out, bases empty. 1 on, 1 out. Back to the top of the order, Aaron Hicks. So following a 13th overall pick, you get a 14th overall pick. Definitely a few years apart for Hicks. It was the 2008 draft, 14 years before Neto.
Hicks is the long tooth in this game, 34, which is still very productive age in this game.
Switch hitter working from the left side against the right-handed Miller. Big hack, no contact, nothing in 2.
The Angels hoping that they can keep more players healthy this year. They went 73 and 89 last year. Which is really an improvement if you look at the year before. In 22, they finished 33 games out of first place. Last year, 17. That was still painful. But as you mentioned, they have a lot of younger players that have not spent a great deal of time at the minor league level. They're being pushed up the system rapidly.
On one inside, Hicks dances out of the way. And, of course, given the departure of Shohei Ohtani, that leaves not just a huge gap in your order, but it presents opportunity for young players to sort of find themselves. It's a positive spin anyway as Neto takes off for second. A throw down from Oki.
Had no chance at all. Neto took off before Miller came out of the stretch position to deliver the ball home. With that pitch clock, another thought, never really had it. I mean, he just takes off. He was already 3 or 4 steps. But are runners now able to time their break from first, knowing that the clock is ticking down now?
First stolen base of the spring for Neto. And Hicks has worked the count full against Miller, who hits 40 pitches here in his second spring training start. The plan for Bobby was 3 innings of work, and his personal plan, as Kirsten Watson told us pregame, was to really hone in the slider as spring progresses. His 3-2. Now before that, he's going to check on Neto.
Stolen base, I talked about it on the pregame show a little bit too. Is it what Ron Washington has emphasized? Look, aggressive on the bases. That's their 17th stolen base. This is the 11th game.
Now the 3-2. 4 inside. Oki can't find it. And Neto is going to remain at second. So 2 on for Nolan Shanuel.
Well, he slowed it down, but not by much. And home plate umpire Brian Walsh, very thankful he's wearing steel-toed shoes.
Shanuel, ground ball to Miller, calmly to short for 1 and a first for 2. An inning-ending double play for Bobby Miller.
Pan pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. It's handmade with fresh, never-frozen dough, has 2 layers of cheese, toppings to the edge, and a crust that's golden and crispy. Well, consider the secret out. Carry out any 1-topping medium pan pizza for $7.99 at Domino's.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time with solutions that don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers.
We hit a ceiling or resistance, which led us to over an increase overall for the year. But with that,
those are crinkly.
Opening a bag of chips without making any noise is hard. Hiring Morgan & Morgan for your injury is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, is easy.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Well, Well, the sun is down at Camelback Ranch. The temperature still north of 70 degrees. You could not ask for a better evening. The Dodgers and Angels moving on to the bottom of the third inning. Excellent crowd on hand, and yeah, it makes sense. Dodgers and Angels, sure, but Shohei Ohtani's first game against his former team. And Ohtani due up here in the bottom of the third. Chris Oakey followed by Betts, and then Shohei. Oakey slashes one to right field.
Austin Barnes originally in the starting lineup, as Kirsten is reporting on the pregame show. Little stiffness in the back, so the Dodgers not pushing the issue.
Fourth. So leadoff single in all 3 innings for the Dodgers. And for Oakey, it's a small sample size, Mo, but he swung the bat. He's 4 for 7 now.
Small sample size, but some big numbers to this particular point. Getting a chance to go ahead and get some playing time.
Signed a minor league deal with the Dodgers on the 12th of January. 1-0 pitch coming to Mookie Betts. Tails away. Ball 2.
Quick note on Bobby Miller. The Dodgers bullpen getting loose, so Miller's evening is probably done. But for Bobby Miller, he faced 11 hitters. That's 7 ground balls. And it was with everything. The fastball, curveball, the slider, as we mentioned, the changeup. We saw the changeup, second pitch of the ball game.
The 11th highest ground ball percentage among all starters in the National League last year. Not just rookies, all NL starters.
7 out of the 11 in this outing.
He bets a piece on a check swing, so it's a 2-2 count now for the Dodgers leadoff all-star. 7 times he's been in the Midsummer Classic. On 2-2. Waves and misses at strike 3. Silseth with his second strikeout. And the first one is coming up now. First pitching change of the evening as Ron Washington waltzes out of the Angel dugout and calls down to the pen. But Chase Silseth, a 23-year-old from New Mexico, a lot to build on in this turn against the Dodgers. We'll be right back.
Another health insurance commercial, another aqua aerobics scene.
Yep, most health insurance companies see us all the same. Smiley seniors, golfing, hiking.
Don't forget antiquing.
That's why I chose Humana. They see me, not a stereotypical senior. I'm pre-diabetic, so I talked one-on-one with the Humana health educator who really helped me. Now I'm taking free cooking and meditation classes.
Not aqua aerobics.
Better care begins with listening. Humana, a more human way to health care.
It was the one restaurant that we could afford on like our $3 per diem. Like you were living when you went to Taco Bell.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Discover the Genesis Signature Event. And for a limited time, select eligible owners can receive $2,000 on the GV80 exclusively at your local Genesis retailers.
It's Tyler Thomas first out of the pen for the Angels. Left-hander, left-handed slugger and former Angel Shohei Ohtani. I think anybody who owns a cell phone at Camelback Ranch has it out, Mo.
Both photos and video.
In the first inning, Ohtani had his streak of reaching base in 7 straight plate appearances snapped by a swinging strikeout. Ball 2 inside to the two-time unanimous American League MVP, 2021 and 2023. The 2-0 pitch. He got a piece, and then the foul ball got a piece of Matt Dice.
Again, no one is leaving their seats to go to the concession stands now.
Nobody even has time to clap. They don't want to miss hitting the record. The 2-1 pitch. And he watches it, and it's strike 2. You know, before those 6 record-breaking historic seasons, the Angels, it was in 2018 spring training, his first after coming over from MPB, and it was not a pretty one. 2-2. Called strike 3. A couple shakes of the head from Ohtani. Did not agree with the call, but he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
On the TV side, he can be the umpire. Target was outside on the corner, and Ohtani said no, it missed.
Two out, Freddie Freeman takes the first pitch into center field for a base hit. Oki cuts the bag at second and then thinks better of it. He'll stay at second base. And with that, let's go downstairs to Kirsten Watson, who's got a special guest.
Thanks, Stephen. Yes, I am here with Bobby Miller. And Bobby, you just had your second outing of spring, 3 innings. How did you feel out there today?
I felt great. It's good to get another inning after my last one was 2 innings. So it's really good to get an extra inning out there. Pretty happy with the results. But yeah, overall it was a good day. First couple innings, command was super good. Third inning kind of got out of whack a little bit, started rushing a little bit. Not happy about the walk, but I got a double play at the end and threw up a 0. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, now, I don't know how I didn't notice this last time, but you're in a new number this year, 28. Tell me about it.
Moved on from the offensive line number, so went to 28. 28's always a number I always liked. Not my favorite number, but it's one I've always liked a lot. You know, just wanted to see if I was able to get a number change this year, and went to number 28.
Yeah, you're moving on up. That means a lot. Last year, you had quite the impressive year, and I know we talked about it earlier, and you said that there are things you wanted to improve on. As you reflect on just what these last couple weeks have been like here at spring training, do you feel like you're progressing in the right direction?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's something there's always room for improvement every single year out there, no matter the results, but the biggest thing is just execution and just controlling my emotions out there. When one bad thing happens, if I get a bad call by an umpire or if I let up a couple hits in a row, not letting things spiral on me, not letting things like that get to me over and over. Just learning to stay calm and keep making pitches.
Yeah, I mean, look, with time, experience, maturity, that all continues to come. So thank you so much, Bobby, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you, Bobby. Oscar Hernandez down on strikes to leave 2 on. The Dodgers in the 3rd.
We just toured so nonstop, making no money. Taco Bell was like the one place where you could actually stretch that money.
This bakery needs new equipment fast to keep up with demand. So they're going to On Deck, the online lender that makes it easy to choose your loan and, if approved, get funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
All these games on DirecTV and no satellite on the roof. Think about this. Blue Jays, Cardinals, Orioles. What's missing?
The Andean Condor?
No, Walnut Brain. Pigeons. They'd rather name a team after socks.
To be fair, we're not very athletic.
Meet the traveling trio. The thrill seeker, the soul searcher, and ahoy, it's the explorer. Each helping to protect their money with Chase. Whoa, a lost card isn't keeping this thrill seeker down. Lost her card? Not the vibe. The soul searcher is finding his identity and helping to protect it. Oh yeah, the explorer. She's looking to dive deeper, all while Chase looks out for her. Because these friends have Chase. Alerts that help check, tools that help protect, one bank that puts you in control. Chase, make more of what's yours.
The key to a perfect family vacation? Separate rooms. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
Top four time. Scoreless game. 0-2-1 for the Angels. 0-4-0 for the Dodgers. That's a beautiful sight. Shohei Ohtani and Tyler Glass now are Dodgers. As is Daniel Hudson, who takes the ball from Bobby Miller after Bobby's 3 innings of shutout baseball. A couple veterans doing battle here. Huddy against Mike Trout. Hey. See how big the paws are.
Well, Tony's a big guy, but when you're going to match hand size with a guy that's 6'8". Yeah.
Most of the time it's a losing battle. Trout singled his first time up against Miller. Fouls the 1-1 out of play. You know, working with Pedro Martinez for a handful of years, you know, Pedro would show off his hands. Not only were the hands big, the fingers long, they could bend backwards, which is why, you know, why Petey was so not just proficient, excellent at doing what he did. Ground ball to shortstop. Easy play for Rojas to make, and he does.
You know, the Dodgers made that deal. A lot of people look back and say, "How on earth can you trade him?" But if you stop and think about that year, the Dodgers needed a second baseman, and Delino DeShields was coming off a very good year with Montreal.
Taylor Ward waves at strike 1 against Hudson.
It's like when you make deals, timing.
You win some, you lose some. Time in red, 100%. Timing's everything. Hit hard, as the hot mic would indicate as well. Base hit for Ward into left field.
For Daniel Hudson, if he can stay healthy, I mean, he's a big man on the block. He understands full well how to pitch. And then you start to look at the devastating pitch that he had 2 years ago before the injury. The slider itself, he gave up just a 116 batting average on the slider. Devastating.
1 on 1 out, Brandon Drury. Rangers second baseman takes a strike.
So you look at the slider. Yeah, there's one. He's got more of them. There's 2. You want a slider? You don't as a hitter. Not against Hudson. A 116 average when he was healthy.
A guy that you're not just comfortable with in big spots, that you're confident in, given his experience in them.
And he has an idea on what he's trying to do also. It's more than just the pitching. He stays healthy. He's also one of those guys that can be a very good guide, a mentor for the guys in the bullpen.
In addition to his experience on the mound, just his experience as a big leaguer, he's been through a lot in his career.
Ups and downs. Yeah. He's the perfect guy, along with Mark Pryor, that understands, hey, look, this guy's gone through a lot of different things. He's had to fight back. People that question, well, can you come back from an injury?
Ground ball to third. Muncy on the backhand. To Mookie for one. To Freddie. Another one in the dirt, and he can't pick out. So work on the second leg of double plays.
Well, Vince tonight just has not looked comfortable in the middle part of that double play. The first one he tried back in the first inning. Instead of the double play, he was falling backwards, lost his balance, may have lost the footing a little bit at second base. And normally we see Freddie Freeman pick that one clean out of the dirt.
And you saw those watching the simulcast on television saw the sigh from Freddie. Knowing 5 after the game, he's going to say, I should have picked both of those, right? Even though Mookie was off balance on the first one or didn't have his momentum going the right way in the
Freddie
second
Freeman
one.
believes that anything this side of the equator, he has a chance to catch it.
So Drury and Ward trade places off first base. Now 2 down in the top of the fourth. Still donuts on the scoreboard. The Dodgers and Angels. Game number 2 of 5 in the Cactus League schedule. The next 3, of course, will be the Freeway Series back in Southern California. Of course, a lot will happen between now and then, including opening day in Seoul for the Dodgers. As much has been made about that scheduling quirk, as is common when you have these international opening days. And the 2 games that count, long flight back, adjusting the time changes, and then 3 that don't count.
Well, speaking of time changes, we will be doing that game from the studio in El Segundo.
Good morning.
At 3 a.m. Los Angeles time.
Your game, Ramon.
It's mind over matter.
On 3-2, Hoppy takes, and it's ball 4.
Number 22, Miguel Sano.
Now the 30-year-old Miguel Sano. First spring with the Angels, trying to find the all-star form that he had back in 2017. Has long been known for the prodigious pop that he has, but the contact has not been there. The swing and miss has been there.
Oh, he is some kind of strong.
It's first and second. He's in front of Daniel Hudson. 2 balls, no strikes. Well blocked by Chris Oakey behind the plate.
Yeah, Oakey can move around. He's got a good idea. But see a lot of catchers that get down on their knee, one knee, but don't have any lateral movement. That is one position that you really need some insurance just in case injuries happen at the major league level. It's difficult to find catchers, especially if you have to find them in a hurry.
Fastball by Sano, 2-1 for Hudson.
You know, Stephen, just little things. Dodgers not getting that double play. It extends the inning.
More pitches for.
Yeah, it's more pitches for Hudson. It's also more scoring opportunities for the opposing team. Just little things. And then he added up over 162 games during the regular season. You make mistakes, they can be costly.
Hudson out of the stretch, settling in for the 3-1. He delivers to Sano, who pulls a ground ball through the left side. Into left field, Hernandez. His throw home is cut off. The Angels with the first run of the ball game. As Brandon Drury scores on the RBI base hit for Miguel Sano.
As we were saying, when you don't get the double play ball and what should have been a double play, it extends the inning. Opportunities galore. And for the Angels, they cash in on it. And that pitch little down and in. Sano, as we mentioned, is so strong.
So now Sano on first, Ohapi on second. Thice in the batter's box. Singled in his first appearance. Big swing, big miss. Nothing in 2. Hudson a strike away from getting out of the top of the 4th inning. Check that on the 1-1 pitch. Now it's 1-2.
That's a tough pitch to hit right there. That ball is just riding in on your hands, up and in.
Mark Pryor, Guinness looking on at Daniel Hudson, who readies for his 25th pitch of the inning, his first this evening. Bobby Miller went 3.
Knows the pitch count more than Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, with that counter in his hand. And he has been clicking it a little bit too often this inning with his thumb.
2-2. Down and in, blocked by Oki, so we're now full. The payoff from Hudson with the runners going. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that ends the top half of the 4th inning, but the Angels do get a run.
Why did we choose Safelight? We're always working on a project while loading up our SUV. One extra push and crack. So we scheduled at Safelight.com. We were able to track our technician and knew exactly when he'd arrive. We could keep working. Safelight came to us.
Hi, I'm Kendrick.
Replaced our windshield and installed new wipers to protect our new glass. That's service on our time.
Safelight repair, Safelight replace.
Everyone's hyped that Wendy's made the official hamburger of March Madness a buck. But Tyler and Toby on another level.
Get it for a buck, get it for a buck. Stay single, stay single.
I'm hearing that song in my sleep.
Get hyped with fresh, never frozen beef on Wendy's Stage Single for a buck. Only in the app.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
'24 season ticket memberships are now on sale. All memberships include exclusive access to opening day, postseason tickets, exclusive member-only events, team store discounts, and so much more. You can head to Dodgers.com/membership for more info. Next Muncy grounds the first pitch to the bottom of the 4th. Shorten, he is retired. 1 pitch, 1 out for the youngster Ben Joyce, the flame-throwing righty from Tennessee.
Yeah, get ready. Some of those guys that you hear a lot about is, well, I'm here, you're there, and here it comes.
Good luck. Jason Hayward, unlike Muncy, watches a Pitch, and it's missed inside for ball 1. So Muncy's ground out that snapped a streak for the Dodgers, where they had the leadoff batter aboard in all 3 innings. Hayward on the ground to second base. 2 out.
Yeah, that's the good news. Getting runners on, but the bad news, they're just 1 for 8 with runners on base. Tommy Lasorda a number of years ago. The club was having difficulty, and Tommy was a manager, and he was frustrated, and the reporters came into his office, and they said, well, Tommy, what about the offense? He goes, well, we're getting them on, but we can't get them in. But, you know, you got to get them on in order to get them in, but we're not getting them. And it went through this entire thing. It was like, who's on first? And finally, he just said, oh, just to heck with it. We're not scoring.
We're going home.
Yep.
Who needs runs? That pitch from Ben Joyce broke the scoreboard. Oh, Miguel Sano stretching out to end a 5-pitch 4th inning for Ben Joyce.
Everyone's hyped that Wendy's made the official hamburger of March Madness a buck. Yeah! But Tyler and Toby on another level.
Get it for a buck, get it for a buck. Stage single, stage single. Get hyped with fresh, never frozen beef on Wendy's Stage Single for a buck. Only in the app.
Need to get your car protected and looking great for the harsh winter season? Cerakote's best-selling line of automotive care products can transform your vehicles quickly, easily, and affordably. Our #1 selling headlight kit restores cloudy headlights back to like new and keeps them that way, guaranteed. Restore that faded trim in just 1 wipe with our easy-to-apply trim coat kit. Achieve unsurpassed gloss, shine, and slickness with our rapid ceramic paint sealing. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
It's gonna be exciting, man.
It's been an off-season of big trades and huge signings.
I had to choose one team, and Dodgers were my choice.
And now, the Stars reemerge to write the next chapter.
Hey, let's go!
It's spring training on MLB Network.
Oh, this is fabulous!
See a full lineup of spring training games, along with in-depth coverage of every team.
We back, baby, we back.
The new season starts here on your home for spring training, MLB Network. A constellation of rising stars gets to face off in the MLB Spring Breakout Series, and we'll unveil which players will go head-to-head in the Spring Breakout Roster Reveal Show, Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. After an off-season to remember, the next chapter is about to be written. Spring training is here. Get an in-depth look at each team's training camp on MLB Network's 30 clubs in 15 days. Continues tomorrow.
The 3rd pitcher of the game for the Dodgers, making his 4th appearance of the spring, the Bill Chrismet. Through 1 1/3 innings against Cleveland on Friday, gave up a pair of hits, 2 runs and 2 walks. Did strike out 3. He has 9, 1, and 2 to contend with in the Angel order. It's a 1-0 deficit for the Dodgers as we begin the 5th. 1-0 pitch coming to Zach Neto, and he has a base hit to left field. Drops down in front of Teoscar Hernandez.
If you're hitting against Chrismet, as Pix is going to do right now, you might want to be looking for the changeups. Why? Well, if you look back to 2 years ago, it was a big pitch for him. Only one pitcher in baseball threw more changeups than he did. Yep. There it was.
There you go, Mo.
He didn't wait long.
And the only pitcher who threw more changes that year was the author of the Airbender himself, Devin Williams, the All-Star in Milwaukee. From the Airbender, Devin Williams, to the break dancer, Dave Roberts. In the dugout looking on. Incredible video. He was not aware that the cameras were rolling, and I said, Doc, cameras are always going to be rolling, especially this year. But that was a throwback. That was real. He saw Mookie Betts doing some stretches. If you haven't seen the clip, it's all over the medias of social. You can find it. Runner going. Ball skips away from Oki. So Neto in a second, no problem. Now does he think about third? He's going for third. Oki picks it up and throws down. The tag for Muncy. Not in time. So there was a slight hesitation from Oki on the warning track behind home plate.
He went sliding into the backstop, picked up the ball, and then the ball squirted out of his hand. But he was in the mood to try and throw down to second base. We mentioned it, Ron Washington, the manager this year of the Angels. Look, we've got to be aggressive on the bases. For Oki, he was like trying to pick up a wet bar of soap.
Now in scoring position, nobody out for Aaron Hicks. Stolen base, wild pitch, putting Neto 90 feet away. 3 balls, 1 strike. The switch hitter. Christmas delivery gets the outside corner for strike 2. Hicks was taken off for first base. He thought it was ball 4.
Infield not playing all the way in on the edge of the grass. They're playing about halfway. And for Muncy, has to keep the runner at third close.
3-2 fouled away. Christmas will try again against Hicks. 3-2, ball 4, down and in. So visit from Oki as Nolan Shanuel awaits in the batter's box.
Is this a spot that Washington thinks about sending the runner at first, knowing that the runner at third, if you get a good lead, you're not being held on. If the Dodgers were to throw through, does the guy at third take off?
We'll see what lesson the school of Wash wants to teach here in this spot. First and third, nobody out in the 5th. Dodgers trying to keep the deficit at just 1. Angels a good chance to add to it here, though. First pitch strike from Christmas to Shanuel. Who ropes one into the gap in right center field. It will split. Kike Hernandez and Jason Hayward get all the way to the wall. 1 run scores, another being waved around. On his horse to third is Shanuel. He is in with a triple. And the fans wanted him to take off for home as the ball skipped away from Muncy. He will remain at third after giving the Angels a 3-0 lead.
Well, this ball is hit pretty well. It's just out over the plate. That always looked like the off-speed pitch. Christmas didn't really know where to back up. He was backing up at home and not at third base, and the ball just about got a little too far away from Muncy. But the runner decided to hold up.
And now he's got Mike Trout. Strike, gave him a ball, so 1-1.
368 career home runs.
3-time MVP. You know, Mo, you mentioned earlier the struggles for the Angels franchise. No winning season since 2015. 8 consecutive losing seasons, let alone postseason appearances. On Christmas 2-1, inside 3-1. And so the Angels organization has more MVPs than postseason games played for Mike Trout. Fouls away strike 2 to fill up the count.
Well, they've missed the postseason in 13 of the last 14 years. For Mike Trout, someone was asking, so well, you want to go to a winner? He goes, look, I have an obligation where I am. And he says, I'm honoring it.
Chrismet nearly hits him on the leg, so Trout walks. So back at the corners for the Angels. Yet there's a pitching change coming for the Dodgers, and Chrismet bounces the ball off the pitcher's mound. Not happy with his outing. Doc makes a change. We'll step aside. It's Evan Phillips will be with us when we come back.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some Rinvoq patients felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. Some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. And many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Help heal your painful skin. Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at CreativePlanning.com.
What's up at DQ? 2 sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. All white meat chicken in your choice of wing famous flavors like honey barbecue or new Parmesan garlic. Hurry in. Wing joint flavor is at DQ. DQ. Happy tastes good.
5th inning. First and third. Trout taking off for second. Throw wide. Oh, there's going to be a play at the plate. The tag applied by Oki. And it got Chanuel. Aggressive base running from the young first baseman.
3 stolen bases for the Angels. We mentioned earlier on, Ron Washington said, hey, look, we're going to be running a lot. Ball got away from Betts. It was that kind of a tough night at second base, but a good throw by Rojas, and Oki has the easy tag.
Big swing, big miss from Ward. 0-2. That's something I think a lot of baseball fans, especially those who root for the Angels, have been wondering as the years go on. How much are you going to see Mike Trout run?
Oh, good stop by Oki.
A couple of those tonight.
I mean, this is just unbelievable. That breaking ball outside, and Oki down his right knee, but he went way outside. I mean, that ball would have hit a left-handed batter.
A 1-2 to Ward for Phillips. Sweeper misses outside.
Stephen, Ron Washington was asked about stealing, but with Mike Trout. He goes, hey, look. And Trout, by the way, in his first full season, stole 49 bases. He said he could steal 50, but what's the wear and tear factor?
A strikeout for Evan Phillips. Getting Ward to swing and miss.
The Angels would rather have a healthy and in full charge Mike Trout.
On second base, he and Mookie Betts have been chatting it up all evening. 2 teammates on Team USA in the World Baseball Classic, and 2 of the game's brightest stars. First pitch strike to Brandon Drury.
Phillips coming in with Runners on base did a good job last year. Excellent job in this spot. A 140 average. 7 hits and 50 at bats with runners in scoring position.
Shame that Evan wasn't an all-star last year. I mean, so remember, there was a stretch, Mo, where the Dodger bullpen was the worst in the league. Right? Of course, there were injuries and things weren't lined up as the organization would prefer it to be. But he was the constant.
Yeah.
And the only steady part of the ship.
The number that I found is that on the curveball and the slider, you bundle those two together, a 111 average against them.
Ball one misses, so it's a 1-2 count. Last 2 years, a 1.59 ERA. Nobody better in the big leagues. High fly ball to center. Some action for Kike Hernandez. He's underneath it. But 2 more for the Angels, so it's a 3-0 deficit for the Dodgers.
From friends coming over to moms coming over. So many ways to save. Life ready, wallet happy. That's 365 by Whole Foods Market.
Build the pool yourself. What could go wrong?
Some things are better left to a professional. Like when it comes to finding financial advisors. So take the free quiz, then you'll be matched with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors at smartasset.com.
I'm tired of overpaying for a close shave.
Harry's, I don't have to. Harry's offers 5-blade closeness and comfort.
And refills cost as low as $2 each. Half of what I paid before. Go to harrys.com/TV to claim your $5 trial.
Having health insurance is important. So if anyone in your family has Medicaid or CHIP, listen up. Check the mail for your renewal form. Complete the form. And mail it back right away, so you don't lose your coverage. If you do lose your coverage, visit healthcare.gov to see if you're eligible to enroll in a low-cost, quality health plan. Healthcare.gov.
We love the game because anything can happen. There's no sure thing. Every play, every shot, every swing is a risk if you bet. There's no easy money, there's no luck, and no one wins all the time. So if you bet, bet responsibly and always set a limit.
Halfway home, the Dodgers trailed the Angels 3-0 at Camelback Ranch. And you have Guillermo Zuniga. Facing 8-9-1 for the Dodgers. It's Rojas, Oki, and Betts. The plan for everybody going into this game was we have 3 ABs on the offensive side. 3 innings of work for Bobby Miller, and those went great. Spotless frames. A chopper from Rojas to short. Charging in is Neto. He bobbles the ball, and so Rojas will reach.
The bouncing ball, really an easy play. Oops.
It's Aire Adrianza in it short now for the Angels. So Rojas on in front of Chris Oki. He's 1 for 1. The base hit. And it came in the 3rd inning.
Are trailing 3-0, but their leadoff men had a single in the first, a single in the second, a single in the third. So the leadoff men are 4 for 5.
Oki pulls one left side. Foul ball.
The crowd reacting, but the ball was called foul.
Play to the whistle, though. You understand? Rojas and Oki running.
Yep. No question, foul. But a good move also, for the players. Go ahead and make the play. The umpires will sort it out. Don't stop the ball and then wonder, because that runner is going down the line. The ground ball that was hit. And I mentioned a few days ago that former teammate Don Kessinger of the Chicago Cubs in spring training, in talking about ground balls, and I talk so much about spring where you need to train your eyes as a hitter, the release point, pick up the pitch, the rotation of the ball. Don Kessinger had an interesting thing that he said in spring training. On ground balls, he would count the bounces on balls that were hit to him. He said what it wound up doing is it forced him to concentrate on the ball even more.
This one by the backstop. To the backstop, and now Rojas in scoring position.
But I think it's a good thing to say, especially for the young players or coaches. The guys that say, hey, look, guys having a little trouble. You count the bounces as the ball's coming to you. It really forces you to focus on the baseball. Not that you're not already.
Oki waves at strike 3. First out of the 5th for the Dodgers as the lineup turns over.
But Don told me that, and I always remembered it. Especially when I moved in from center field to play first base the last year I was with the Cubs before coming over the Dodgers. Count the bounces. Where you get in trouble is that the ball's hit hard to you, Steven, and there's only one bounce, and it's a short hop. Uh-oh.
Like I wanted to count more.
Yeah. Or you get that in-between hop that you know that either you're going to pick it clean, it's going to go by you, or it might hit you right in the mouth.
Zuniga's 1-0 to Betts. And misses down and away. Last year, the 3rd best batting average with runners in scoring position in all of baseball. It was an MVP caliber season for Betts. 383 with RISP. Got a good count to work with. The 2-0 from Zuniga. A bouncer, and Zuniga snares it and gets Rojas at 3rd base. Heads up play by the right-hander.
Absolutely. Knowing exactly what to do. He didn't hesitate at all. Of course, he had the time. The ball was hit hard to him. And for Rojas, he got caught in between.
And now Shohei Ohtani. Pitch clock violation called on Shohei, so the count will begin 0-1 in his 3rd appearance at the plate. Struck out swinging in the 1st, then looking in the 3rd on a call he disagreed with. First pitch swinging, but it's 0-2 after the pitch clock violation. You see him working the left hand out afterwards, shaking it out, working it around. See how it affects him on this 0-2 and moving forward. The offering from Zuniga. Ohtani stays alive.
That's a protection swing. An outside corner. Where is it? As we mentioned, that teams had more success working Ohtani inside than out over the plate. But if you're trying to go inside and that ball leaks over the middle of the plate, uh-oh.
Another 0-2. Ball 1.
Tried to come in.
So you and the crew showed the split screen from 2018 to now. The difference is first spring training. This is 7th in the leg kick, and that came after struggling mightily at the plate his first 13 games in the Cactus League. He started 4 for 32, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts, no extra base hits. Bat broken, little flare left side. And drops foul away from Miguel Sano. So a new stick for Ohtani and another chance with the count 1-2. And Shohei, of course, ever the student. Never afraid to make adjustments. In fact, sometimes seeking them out. And as he was going through these struggles, he would pick the brain of a couple of his teammates, most notably Albert Pujols. Ask him about his toe tap. And then consulting the coaches, Eric Hinsky was a hitting coach at the time. They tried it out, of course, rolled it out at Dodger Stadium in the Freeway Series. He's ready for another 1-2. And Shohei puts it in the air, left center field. Well shot at the warning track, but ball in air gets people out of seats here at Camelback Ranch. Still a 3-0 game. The Dodgers down after 5.
Once upon a time, there was a little kid. That's me. And she was in a magic garden. A really big garden with all her toys. Well, that's cute. And there was a cupcake house. And on top of the castle was a horsey with wings. Those wings. Yes, yes, yes.
Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Businesses go further with 5G solutions. That's why they choose T-Mobile for Business. PGA of America and T-Mobile are partnering on 5G-powered analytics to help improve player performance. T-Mobile's network helps AAA stay connected nationwide to get their members back on the road. And Las Vegas Grand Prix chose T-Mobile to help fuel operations for one of the world's largest racing events. Now is the time to see what America's largest 5G network can do for your business.
The first 40,000 fans in attendance at Dodger Stadium on March 30th will receive a Freddie Freeman bobblehead presented by Bank of America. For tickets and info, Dodgers.com/promotions is your best bet. Angels 3, Dodgers nothing. Blake Trinan out of the bullpen and healthy for the Dodgers. Knocking on my head, which will stand in for Woodmo. Because seeing Trinan back out there feeling good is a sight to behold for anybody who wears Dodger blue, and that is not a good sign for anybody who has to step in against him.
Having trouble hearing the pitch count. He signaled to his catcher and he gets it readjusted.
Six, 7, and 8 in the Angel order due up. The foul ball from Ohapi. The count is 1-2. The lone change behind Trinan as he begins his first inning of work is at second base. Betts out. Gauthier in. And Ohapi does not try to do too much, but he does enough. A base hit the opposite field.
So if you're joining us late, good night for Bobby Miller, who started, went 3 innings, gave up just 2 hits. In fact, if we look at the bigger picture, I mentioned this earlier on, but the Dodgers starting pitching so far in spring. Yes, spring. They've allowed just 4 earned runs in now 26 2/3 innings. So the starters are right on track.
As is the offense. I know it doesn't look at up to this point tonight, but the offense leads the majors in runs, ribbies, on base percentage, slugging, OPS this spring.
It's a positive start.
Second in home runs and hits, third in doubles and walks.
Well, I mentioned earlier, you have the low ERA and you're scoring runs. It's better than saying, well, it's early. You know, don't disregard the 7.5 earned run average. Disregard the 150 team batting average. It's early.
And a foul ball from Sano.
And it is early. And if you're red hot as a pitcher or a hitter, you know what they wind up saying to you? They say, hey, don't leave it in spring training.
Right. The 0-2, another one anyway. Pulled the other way foul by Miguel Sano. I mean, while it is early, you invoked Yogi Berra earlier. I'll follow it up here. It's getting late early. I mean, 2 weeks from now, the Dodgers are going to play a regular season game.
Exactly. And there's plenty of time for position players. Now, there may be some pitchers that say, look, I would like to stretch it out longer and build a shoulder up.
Ooh. Big swing, big miss from a big man. First out for Blake Trinan, retiring Sano.
Because most of the position players, and especially for the veterans, they know, you get the feeling when the timing is there where you feel comfortable and you say, okay, let's go. Conversely, there are other times you go, oh my gosh, I'm out of whack.
Third appearance tonight for Matt Thaiss against Blake Trinan. Making his third spring training appearance on the mound for the Dodgers. Fastball for strike one. Even the count. Trinan comes home with the 1-1 pitch. In the air to center field, pushing Hernandez back toward the tracks. Several feet in front of it. He secures the second out.
The Angels are hoping for more offense. Talking about spring training or not, last year they were 18th in hitting, 16th in runs scored, and 23rd in team earned run average.
Not what you're looking for.
Nope.
Aide Adrianza of his first crack at things tonight. Taking over for Zach Neto defensively in the top, or the bottom of the fifth. Batting in the top of the sixth. Dodgers down by 3. Tipped into the glove of Chris Oakey for strike 2.
Just in the game, a guy throws you some high cheese up and in. That's a problematic pitch for a hitter.
Chris Woodward, Pryor and McGinnis. 0-2 from Trinan. Popped up by Adrianza. Oakey after it towards the dugout. And there's a ball in the glove. There's a baseball sprawled around him because of the bag, but he secured it. That's out number 3. And that. Okay, Oakey.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Okay. You need Carvana. Entering plate number. No accidents, right?
No.
Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Welcome to Lobster Fest. Is your party ready?
Ready to tango with tails on tails on tails? Try Lobster Lover's Dream with 2 lobster tails and lobster and shrimp linguine. It's one of 10 next-level lobster creations. But Lobster Fest won't last, so hurry in.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't spy on your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse like Chrome, but it blocks cookies and creepy ads that follow you around from Google and other companies. And there's no catch. It's free. We make money from ads, but they don't follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today.
Well, Rick, Monday with Shohei Ohtani exiting, I think now people can go to the concession stands and the restrooms here at Camelback Ranch.
Yeah, I can relax a little bit more, including those two guys.
Mookie Betts and Mike Trout on their way out as well. And autograph seekers will try to follow them. Freddie Freeman's still here. He leads off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 6th inning. LA chasing 3 runs against the Angels.
Now, what do you think the odds are that this is the final at bat for Freddie Freeman tonight?
Pretty high, 100%. Yeah. Single his last time up, and a 1-for-2 slate so far. He falls behind 1 and 2, facing Victor Medeiros. Medeiros shaking off the new catcher Caleb Hamilton, now on the same page for the 1-2 pitch to Freeman. Inside, and it's 2-2. Ready, pulled the swing back. It was called strike 3.
One pitch was down. The second strike, Freeman thought it was down, and then frozen on that little breaking ball.
Teoscar Hernandez broke his bat in the first pitch from Medeiros, and he's retired for out number 2. Now that we're beyond the Dodgers' top 3, we started the show looking back to their Sunday, and they combined to go 7 for 9. Betts, Ohtani, Freeman. Tonight 2 for 9 with 4 strikeouts. I think you could blame the new guy, I guess.
No, night game after a day off.
Okay. Thanks, Mo. Thanks, Mo, for picking me up. Oh my gosh, can we not do this with Max Muncy again? After getting a hit on the left finger earlier in spring, just worn off the front knee. Yeah. Not even going to give him a chance.
No.
Yeah, he can, yeah.
Get him out, get it iced.
I mean, remember being here for the opening workouts at Camelback Ranch, and Max Muncy was talking about how great he felt physically. Dropped close to 15 pounds, didn't lose his strength. And here we are a couple weeks into game action. He's been hit by a pitch twice, once on the hand and now once on the knee.
This is the first one. He really kind of turned into it. And fortunately, anything on the hands is
Scary.
a great concern to begin with.
Cody Hosey in the game running for Muncie. On first base with 2 out. Jason Hayward in the batter's box for the Dodgers. Hayward chops one foul into the Angel dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And Max walking around still in the Dodger dugout. One pitch coming from Medeiros to Hayward. Taken low for a ball.
Hayward, one of the few guys that I've noticed that has his top hand, his left thumb, really sticking up the barrel of the bat for a while. And he'll close it back down.
And Hayward rips one through the right side. First and second with 2 out for the Dodgers. Here in the 6th, the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Kike Hernandez.
That pitch is down to Jason Hayward. I mean, he just jumps all over it. So that thumb movement may be part of the timing mechanism, and he will give way to a pinch runner as well.
A 3-AB plan for the Dodgers starters tonight. Ramos running for Hayward. First and second for Kike Hernandez. Big swing, fouled back into the mask of Caleb Hamilton.
Trying to pick up a runner. Dodgers tonight in this game 0 for 6 runners in scoring position. Something they have been very proficient at least to begin with, coming into tonight.
So another call. It seems like the same one that went against Kike in his first time up. Like a little high, a little outside, but called a strike. So nothing into the count. He swings and misses. So the Dodgers can't push any across. Still 3-0 Angels.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some Rinvoq patients felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. Some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. And many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Help heal your painful skin. Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Wednesday, watch a triple header of spring training games on MLB Network. First, the Mets face off with the Astros at 1, followed by the Angels against the Cubs at 5. Then at 9, catch Rays, Yankees. All here on MLB Network.
You're going to want to be at Dodger Stadium on Monday, April 1st for Fernando Valenzuela Jersey Night, sponsored by Bank of America. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more. No one will wear that 3-4 ever again. Justin Wilson now pitching for the Dodgers in the top of the 7th. It's a foul ball strike from Jake Marisnick, now in the leadoff spot, playing right field for the Angels. 8 of the 9 starters for the Angels out of the ball game now. And one still in is the DH Logan O'Hoppe. So changes for the Dodgers defensively. First, the 1-1 from Wilson, fouled straight back by Marisnick. It's 1-2. Kevin Padlow, the former Angel, now at first base for the Dodgers. Cody Hosey at third, Ramos in right, Avens in center, Ward in left. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Good way to start off the inning.
Saying the changes for any sickos out there keeping score with us. Spring training game.
There are people
oh, yeah.
that keep score every game.
I love it.
It's a great way also to come to the ballpark. There's 2 things you really need to come to the ballpark. Obviously with friends. A glove, scorebook.
What if I'm alone with my thoughts? Less optimal viewing situation?
Bring a glove.
Okay.
Some people bring gloves to the stadium to catch a souvenir. Some bring a glove to the stadium for protection. Depends upon which category you would fall in.
But these brick hands, probably just the latter there, Mo. I don't have the mitts like those fans down on the berm.
Youngster we just saw on television holding the glove up just above the outfield fence.
Ooh, Dodger hat, Angel shirt.
Evidently waiting for the best offer.
That's good, Mo. Kirsten, you need to sweeten the pot if you're able. A 3-2 foul back by Hunter Dozier. Took over for Nolan Chanuel at first base. Justin Wilson, one of only a handful of lefties still with the Dodgers in camp, Mo. And he walks Dozier with 1 out in the 7th. Of course, with the ability of the Dodgers righties to handle left-handed hitters, maybe it counters some of the handedness concerns some may have.
Exactly, especially the guys that have what they refer to as reverse splits. Right-hander has lower or better numbers against left-handed batters than maybe even the right-handed batters. You hear Dave Roberts talk about that quite often when he's talking about either the pitchers or maybe even a hitter. Well, he has reverse splits.
One on one after the strike from Wilson. Facing the right-handed Jordan Adams. Fouls back a second strike. 24-year-old former first-round pick, 17th overall in 2018. Remember, in a past life, I covered college football in recruiting, and there were few better than Jordan Adams at the wide receiver spot. A 1-2 pitch from Wilson gets Adams to strike out swinging, route number 2. But he was a number 3 receiver in the country, 1 spot behind Amon-Ra St. Brown, who of course started at USC now with the Detroit Lions, and ahead of the likes of Jamar Chase. Adams was committed to play at North Carolina, where his dad was on staff at the time. Deke Adams is now the D-line coach at Arkansas. But Adams went in the first round, opted to sign with the Angels, and he's been a pro ball player ever since. And he gives way to another talented outfielder in Joe Adell, who was trying to get the ball rolling on his big league career.
It's been frustrating for Adele to just really unleash all of the different abilities that he has. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he has power. But consistent contact has really been a challenge. Although last year AAA hit 273, so they're hoping, and he has the power. I mean, 24 home runs.
Good pitch from Justin Wilson to get in front of Adele. 1-2. Runner going, one lifted to left field, off the wall. A rocket from Adele, showing off the pop and bringing home the 4th run of the game for the Angels. As Dozier scores without a problem, an RBI double for Joe Adele.
That's what the Angels are hoping for, is that Adele making contact, because again, he is so strong, being able to use it. Well, maybe last year was the year he begins to turn around. One scout was saying with Joe Adele, he's a former top prospect, which is putting everything in the past. And you know, he could have a bright future and makes contact. That could be the case.
Still not yet 25 years old.
Well, he had such high expectations too, Stephen, when he first came up. Because literally he was just really a big force.
Now Kyron Paris. With Adele on second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shot foul by Paris. There's a pinch hitter on deck for Logan O'Hoppe. Mentioned now he was the last starter standing, and now he's sitting. It's Willie Calhoun waiting should the inning continue. Wilson hope it does not. It will not. Fastball right by Paris. With 3 strikeouts for Wilson, but 1 more run for the Angels. 4-0 as we stretch at Camelback Ranch.
If advanced lung cancer has you searching for possibilities, discover a different first treatment. Immunotherapies work with your immune system to attack cancer, but Opdivo plus Yervoy is the first combination of 2 immunotherapies for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy is not chemotherapy. It works differently. It helps your immune system fight cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation. Your search for 2 immunotherapies starts here. Ask your doctor about Opdivo plus Yervoy, a chance to live longer.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
What an exciting time.
Stand up to we are protecting our ocean.
Together. 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 Together.
Here's what's on tap for the Dodgers in the Cactus League. Day action on Wednesday against the White Sox here at Camelback Ranch, and a trip to Scottsdale to take on the Giants. Focus right now, the bottom of the 7th. The Dodgers trying to author a comeback against the Angels, down 4-0. Victor Mederos back out there for the Angels on the mound. Facing Miguel Rojas. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As that one tails away from the plate. Rojas, little flare, right field. Coming in, Marisnik. He tracks it down. Let's go downstairs to Kirsten.
Thanks, Stephen. Well, we just caught up with Shohei Ohtani back in the clubhouse, and he just gave us a couple updates on how he's doing. First and foremost, he said that he feels like when it comes to the rehabbing of his elbow and putting himself in a good position to be ready to go offensively, he's good to go. He feels really comfortable with his swing. It feels healthy. So right now, the focus for him is just his quality of at-bats. He wants to get to 50 before the team goes to South Korea, and he feels incredibly confident that he will be able to achieve that. With playing tonight, he's decided that he also is going to be available to play tomorrow in the day game. And with that, he said for him, it's now just not only with those quality of at-bats, but getting just to a position where he feels really comfortable in the box, seeing the ball well. So as of right now, he feels really good, and so he continues to be confident that he's going to be good to go in South Korea as well as for opening day here in Los Angeles, guys.
Thank you for those updates, Kirsten. That interview, media session with Shohei Ohtani, will air on Access Sportsnet Dodgers postgame this evening after the conclusion of this one. To hang out with John Hartung, James Loney, and David Vassegh.
The lovable David Vassegh.
So much lovable to the point where he's got an electric nickname from Mark Gubiza, our friend in the booth next door. Does a terrific job. The Angels broadcast. That's a walk for Dalton Rushing, who's into the game, pinch hitting, or taking over, I should say, for Chris Oakey. It's Cupcake. One on, one out for Gauthier. First pitch fastball, first pitch strike. Just keeping one eye on the phone for the text from DV. Medeiros comes to Gauthier. He's on the board with strike 1. Strike 3 for Gauthier, so 2 down now in the 7th. So who's going to take over for Shohei Ohtani in the DH spot? Second spot in the order, it's Trey Sweeney. If you came back to the bottom of the 7th a little late and you missed Kirsten's report, she said Shohei Ohtani is making himself available tomorrow, playing back-to-back games in spring for the first time. So he'll be in the lineup. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will be on the bump against the White Sox.
Well, he just answered. Cupcake just texts back, wow.
Nothing in 2, the count on Sweeney. Blocked by Hamilton, ball 1 in the dirt. Ooh, called strike 3. Looked like to us and to Sweeney that it might have been a little off the plate. Call went against him, so the deficit remains 4. 7 in the books.
Meet the Jennifers. Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. Each planning their future through the Chase mobile app. Gen X is planning a summer in Portugal with some help from JP Morgan Wealth Plan. Let's go, Whiskers. Gen Y is working with a banker to budget for her birthday.
You only turned 30 once.
And Gen Z, her credit's golden. Hello, new apartment. 3 gens getting ahead with Chase. Solutions that grow with you. One bank for now, for later, for life. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Your vehicle takes a beating from the environment. Keep your vehicle looking better than new with Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Paint Sealant. Now you can seal and protect your paint with unbelievable gloss, shine, and slickness in less than 30 minutes. Look at the difference with Cerakote's true hydrophobic ceramic technology. The level of gloss and slickness is unbelievable. Everything just slides right off. Simply spray it on and lightly buff it with the included microfiber towels. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
What's your favorite part of a Kit Kat bar? The chocolate?
Nope. The inside.
The wafers?
No, the stuff in between the wafers.
Oh, the in-between stuff.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Now try chocolate frosted donut.
Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway sales event. Get in and get away now before these deals are gone. Get 0% APR or up to $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. But hurry, these offers end soon.
Join baseball's biggest stars and top prospects as they hit the field while this year's rosters take shape. MLB Tonight's spring training coverage after the game on MLB Network.
If you're hoping to see some more fireworks from the Dodger offense tonight, they've kept you waiting. We're into the 8th inning. Dodgers trailing the Angels 4-0. Matt Gage on the hill, the left-hander for the Dodgers. Facing old friend and Willie Calhoun, the new DH for the Angels. Calhoun goes after the first pitch and fouls it back over the left side.
Well, let me brighten your night.
Please.
You know, they're down by, and you said, you know, in the 8th inning. Aha. 8th inning has been very productive for the Dodgers so far.
It has.
23 runs in the 8th. It's the most in baseball.
So what you're saying is the folks who have departed their seats a little early at Camelback Ranch.
Yeah, they may be missing out on, you know, 25% of their runs have been in the 8th inning.
It's math.
It's math up on the scoreboard too. It says 4-0.
Yeah. The second meeting for the Dodgers and the Angels. And Calhoun on the button, off the glove of Gauthier into right field. Ramos has to chase after it. Calhoun will settle for a loud single. Calhoun, former draft pick of the Dodgers back in 2015 in the 4th round.
Paul got the Gauthier just, I mean, in a New York minute. I mean, that was a rocket.
Out of the 7th spot, the Angel order, Livan Soto. Strike 1 for Gage. Brendan Davis now at short for the Dodgers.
Never know.
Last starter out of the game for LA. Foul tip in and out of the glove. Strike 2 against Soto. For spring turn for Gage. Comes ready with the 0-2 but misses high. And 2 pitch just misses outside. Count evens up 2-2. New York native who came over in a trade with the Yankees at the beginning of February. His 2-2 pitch. Deuces a swing and a tip for strike 3.
It would have been a ball outside and low.
Now the catcher Caleb Hamilton. Big cut. Misses the 0-1. Now, something that makes me feel the opposite of Young Mo is that I covered Caleb Hamilton when he was a freshman at Oregon State University in Corvallis, and now he's pushing 30.
Mm-hmm.
So
get used to it, pal.
He watches strike 2 from Matt Gage. A few shakes from Gage staring down, and his battery mate Dalton rushing. Now the 1-2. Misses low, but reassurance from his backstop.
Throwing a lot of breaking balls. He's got a couple of chases, a couple of close ones.
Let's see what he likes for the 2-2. The runner on, 1 out in the 8th. Hamilton pulls it to the left side. Davis and the Dodgers only get 1. Calhoun retired at second base.
Really difficult to get a double play ball on that one because it was a high chopper. And you're always thinking to yourself, oh, you'd like to have the double play. Now that was a 2-hopper, but a real high 2-hopper. And where Gauthier had a little trouble getting the ball in the glove, there was really no chance at all to double him up at first base. But I tell you all the time, hey, make sure of 1. Dodgers have had 2 other chances for a double play that they have missed. They've turned in 1 double play, but there were 2 other ones that just seemed to elude them at second base.
Swinging strike. Adrianza, so it's 1-1. Another reminder. Again, better to have the reminder in spring than in a regular season game or a pivotal one of little things making a big impact on a game. And giving a team extra outs, giving a team extra 90 feet.
Can't do it. Again, night game after a day off.
It'll get you every time.
Yep.
Batting 1,000.
Yeah. They talk about day games after night games. No.
Gage stares at Hamilton off first. His 1-2 pitch. Good breaking ball. He doesn't get the call. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Some amateur umpires in the group tonight also.
Now the 2-2. Flare left field. Ward was coming in, but that was all Davis all the way. Backpedaling for the 3rd out at the top of the 8th inning. Now let's see if the 8th inning magic can continue for the Dodgers.
What's up at DQ? 2 sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. All white meat chicken in your choice of wing famous flavors like honey barbecue or new Parmesan garlic. Hurry in. Wing joint flavor is at DQ. DQ. Happy tastes good.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this.
Loan cannon!
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to OnDeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
Emergency crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Emergency crystals.
My name is LaShondra Fields. I was driving on the highway. As I came to a stop, a car rear-ended me, and the impact jolted my body forward. Dealing with Morgan & Morgan was very simple for me. The process just seemed so easy because I didn't have to go anywhere. Everything was electronic. I used DocuSign. Everything came through email. I never went to the office. When it came to negotiating, they didn't just settle for anything. They definitely went to bat for me. It's just like they cared about me. I was surprised how easy it was.
I was involved in a bad wreck. I called attorney Dan Newland. His team delivered big. They got me $700,000.
As one of the largest personal injury law firms in the United States, I can tell you, insurance companies don't just hand over millions of dollars. If you've been involved in a car accident, I'll fight hard to win big for you too. Call me at 407-888-8000. That's 407-888-8000.
Thank you, Dan, for winning my case.
Oh, look at the youngster. I mean, it's, what is it, 820 local? Well done, Mama. Keeping a little one around for the 8th inning magic Rick Monday talked about earlier alongside Mo.
Well, I just looked at the numbers. In fact, just over 25% of their runs that they have scored so far this spring have come in the 8th inning for some reason. The shock troops have been coming to home plate swinging some lumber.
Ryan Ward will kick things off for the Dodgers. Darrow's still working for the Angels. And misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Now, the Dodgers have not been shut out yet this spring, just in case anybody's wondering. Fewest runs they've scored in a game is 4, which has been 4 times, and they need 4. They want to tie this game. First, they don't want to necessarily finish in a tie again against the Angels as they did a week and a half ago now. It's a leadoff walk for Ward.
Say it's a start.
Now it's former Angel Kevin Padlow. And if you think back to the Freeway Series last June, the tie game into the 8th. Remember, it was a duel. Clayton Kershaw against Reed Detmers, a young lefty for the Angels who grew up idolizing Kershaw, right? Kevin Padlow was at first base when now former Dodger Michael Bush hit a ground ball to first with some kind of spin on it, and it bounced over Padlow's head for the first run of the game. So now Padlow is wearing Dodger blue. Trying to help the Dodgers come back here at Camelback Ranch against his former team.
Boy, has the weather been cooperative.
I would agree.
75 at game time. There's literally no wind at the moment. Very pleasant evening.
Still 67 degrees. Padlow swings and misses. He's down on strikes. First time in the box for Cody Hosey. And while every starter is out of the game, not all of them are on the happiest circumstances. Hosey came in to run for Max Muncy in the 6th inning after Muncy was hit by a pitch, and now Hosey gets hit. Oy.
Ouch.
Right in the numbers.
If anyone wonders if that hurts, the answer, yes. Whether it's a breaking ball or fastball, it hurts.
So, I don't want to be in that 5 spot in the order.
Well, they tell you to don't rub it. Where it hit him, he couldn't.
I'm flexible. No. Jose Ramos, first and second, 1 out in the 8th.
The Dodgers, that offense has kind of dried up of recent times. 0 for 7 in this game, just 2 for their last 16.
One ball, 1 strike now on Ramos. Ramos on the ground to short. Could be 2. It will be 2. Not great.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some Rinvoq patients felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. Some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. And many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Help heal your painful skin. Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time with solutions that don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Nina's got a lot of ideas for the future. And since anyone can create a free plan at Fidelity, Nina has a plan based on what matters most to her. And she can simply focus on right now. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
I love gold. And I love, we got Dodger babies just sticking through it here at Camelback Ranch. It's making me miss the little ones back home in Southern California, as we have a battle for Southern California, the Dodgers and Angels. Angels currently leading 4-0 in the 9th. JP Feyereisen will take the ball for the Dodger pen. Of course, he hopped on late, then you missed 3 shutout innings from Bobby Miller, Mo.
Well, and Miller did it with the breaking stuff. This last year, he averaged 99 miles an hour on the fastball. Second pitch of the ball game was a curveball, and I mean, it was not a pedestrian curveball. It had some teeth to it. And Miller, no runs, just 2 hits.
You know, it's what you love about Bobby, like beyond the talent, like you want that competitor in your dugout every day of the week, right? And just listening to his post game or his conversation with Kirsten Watson in the dugout after his outing. Again, 3 shutout innings, and you're talking about how good he looked, and he is just in the weeds, going through his outing with a fine-tooth comb, chasing excellence.
Well, he's a bright young man, first of all, and he's able to take all the input, the information, and be able to apply it on the field, and then he can go back and look at things. So when you're able to look at it and kind of just chew on it for a while.
Ground ball to third. Hosey up and throws across. One down.
But there's a lot of young pitchers that can throw. And again, there's 280 pitches that he threw last year that was over 100 miles an hour, 100 or above. Highest average of velocity, 99 of any starting pitcher that had, I think it was 68 innings you had to have in order to qualify. But a lot of guys that come up, well, they've gotten by with throwing it past everybody because of the fastball. Well, the changeup, again, just a 133 average. The best in baseball, by the way, for a guy that throws hard. And then the curveball was right there, a 180 average against the hook. So he has a very good idea of what he's trying to do, but is able to apply it. There's a lot of young players, and it's understandable. They come up, get put into big spots, and seem to be a little confused.
Fire Rising's fallen behind Hunter Dozier 3-0. Gets a swinging strike to get him back into the count. And for Miller, he's not just all gas all the time, right? He talked about how he varied his offerings. He threw all 5 of his pitches at least 15% of the time. And strike 2, count full for Fire Rising against Dozier. I mean, it's second spring training outing. You appreciate that work, that commitment to work. All right, I'm going to try and get a feel for everything I got. 3-2 is pop foul. Rushing and Fire Rising will have a conversation on the mound. Rushing taking over for Chris Oakey, who stepped in for Austin Barnes, who was a late scratch, had some back tightness. Dodgers will see how Barnesy's doing come Wednesday morning. Nobody seemed overly concerned about it. If there's any concern coming out of this one for the Dodgers, regardless of what happens with the result, is how Max Muncy's feeling in the morning after getting hit by a pitch on his right knee, his front knee. Fire Rising's 8th pitch to Dozier, another foul ball. So how about number 9? Here it comes. Appeal down to first. He did go. So Fire Rising wins the fight with Dozier.
He gone.
Is that a broadcaster tease for the Dodgers White Sox game tomorrow?
Well, it could be.
Yeah,
it could be for those that, insiders understand what's going on. Ken Harrelson, by the way, teammate in Kansas City with the A's. A wonderful teammate.
And you called him Ken.
No, I called him Hawk.
Yeah. Nothing in 2 on Jordan Adams, a Frick Award winner.
Yep.
Long-time broadcaster.
And just a delightful guy to be around.
Good pick by Rushing. Between him and Oakey tonight, good displays back there of that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Feyereisen settles in. Now comes home. Adams has to get the back foot out of the way. 2-2. High ball 3. We're full. The payoff, a little high, a little inside. A 2-out walk for Jordan Adams. Now Joe Adell, who has punished the Dodgers here in spring. First a visit from Mark Pryor, but for Adell, a week and a half ago against LA, 2 for 2 with a double and a triple, and then here tonight off the bench, an RBI double in the 7th inning that made it 4-0 Angels. Pitch number 21 of the 9th inning from Feyereisen on the way to Joe Adell. Missed a tick outside, 1-0. Check swing foul.
That was an interesting trip by Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, to go out and talk to Feyereisen. Evidently, Pryor saw something that he wanted to relay to Feyereisen, that, you know, whether it be the delivery, arm position, release point. Whatever he said has worked.
He's in front of Adell. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Feyereisen's pitch, a little inside.
Good try. That was in, but the amount of movement that he had tailing in to right-handed batter, if you swing at it, you get sawed off.
Adell was granted time. Now we're rolling again. Clock restarts ahead of this 2-2 from Feyereisen. Adams taking off, swing and a miss, strike 3. So to the bottom of the 9th we go. After this break, see if the Dodgers can come back.
Another health insurance commercial, another aqua aerobics scene.
Yep, most health insurance companies see us all the same. Smiley seniors, golfing, hiking.
Don't forget antiquing.
That's why I chose Humana. They see me, not a stereotypical senior. I'm pre-diabetic, so I talked one-on-one with the Humana health educator who really helped me. Now I'm taking free cooking and meditation classes.
Not aqua aerobics.
Better care begins with listening. Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
It was the one restaurant that we could afford on like our $3 per diem. Like you were living when you went to Taco Bell.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Discover the Genesis Signature Event. And for a limited time, select eligible owners can receive $2,000 on the GV80 exclusively at your local Genesis retailers.
Just make sure you mix in a water. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's the good stuff. It's getting late, not that late. Bottom 9 time. Dodgers down 4. Hunter Strickland, the new pitcher for Ron Washington's Angels. Bottom of the order for LA. Avens, Davis, and Rushing. Avens slashes one the other way. Chasing after it is Adele. It's over his head. One hops the wall. A leadoff double for Drew Avens.
Avens with plenty of power. Breaking ball down low. He goes with it. Infield playing the pull. The outfield pretty much straight away.
Strickland checks back on Avens, comes home to Davis, who healthy cut, fouled right back.
Again, the offense just really has not been able to get on track tonight. 0 for 8 runners in scoring position. They're 2 for the last 18 with men on base.
Now the other way for Brendan Davis. It's tailing into the glove of Marisnik. Avens not going to tag there. Davis with that closed stance a la Giancarlo Stanton. So 1 down. Here's Dalton Rushing. Dodgers need hits. This dude can hit. Takes a strike. He thinks it's a little high. I think he's letting Brian Walsh, the home plate umpire, know about it. '89 games for Great Lakes last year for Rushing. Final line 228 average, 404 on base, and 856 OPS. Go one inside, 1-1. But you have to take into account he, like Will Smith, missed time with concussion after getting hit by a bat.
Yeah, even beyond the numbers. This is a young man the Dodgers are watching very closely.
Called strike 2. Cost him 10 days. He came back, but at the time he got hurt, he was slashing 265, 436, 503. 436 on base, 503 slug. The average dipped down to 217 in August. He did have a solid 2-week finish. 6 home runs his last 13 games, but
that's doing some mashing.
No doubt. Mashes that one foul over the heads of the Angels in the dugout.
And when you see that swing right there and what he can do, you understand is that, hey, look, here's a guy that has a chance to really do something with the lumber. Question is about, everybody has a weakness. Is it breaking stuff? Is it inside? Is it outside? Is it up? Is it down? They'll find out. I mean, opposing teams, with all the information that they get. That's why you have to analyze what you do best and then list things. Okay, work at the bottom of the order. What do I need to improve in order to stay here or get higher elevation?
That one had too much elevation. The pitch from Strickland, that is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strickland out of the stretch with the 2-2. This is outside. Rushing has seen this count go full.
Yeah, I mentioned the other day is that you look at Rushing, he taps that bat on the shoulder and he just Long pause. There he goes. That's just all part of it.
A confident look in the batter's box as well. On 3-2. He's swinging back above us.
You want that confident look in the eyes of a hitter. You don't want that deer in the headlights.
Strickland's 9th pitch. And that's the one that gets rushing. A good fight from the young backstop. 2 down in the 9th. Austin Gauthier, in the leadoff spot. Launches a ball, even still on second after the leadoff double. So this one, if you are monitoring the Cactus League standings, the Kansas City Royals did win their 4th game in a row. They'll pull into a tie with the Dodgers atop the Cactus League if this result holds. Ground ball left side. Backhand play made by Adrianza. Throw across, not in time. So we'll keep going. 1st and 3rd, 2 down. And the Angels, 7-3 entering Tuesday. They're trying to inch closer to the Dodgers.
In the hole. That's a tough play. Menon taking it to 3rd, that area, and have to turn around and throw it the opposite direction.
Two out. Here's Trey Sweeney. Gauthier will take second base. Sweeney behind 0-1. Peel down to 3rd. No, we didn't. It's 1-1. Dodgers back at it Wednesday afternoon. Battle for Camelback Ranch against the White Sox. Game just on Sportsnet LA. Waving strike 2 for Sweeney. Monday, you and Kirsten Watson will be there, along with our friend and teammate Tim Neverett. On 1-2. Called strike 3. That will end the ball game. And the fans voicing their displeasure with Brian Walsh. I think that's been building up throughout the evening. But it's a 4-0 shutout victory for the Angels. The first time all spring the Dodgers have been held to fewer than 4 runs. 4-0 the final. Tomorrow on Sportsnet LA, the Dodgers and White Sox at noon. Stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers. John Hartung, James Loney, David Bassett, Kirsten Watson interviews from here at Camelback Ranch. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you tomorrow.